his garage. Not sure if he's mentioning a specific car that we've done, but he says, who does the work or what do you start with?
So that's a long question. Some of the little stuff we'll do on our own. We worked with a variety of different shops with all the Ford stuff. We've worked with Mustang shop of San Diego, here in San Diego, quite a bit, and we're good friends with those guys. We've worked with Chariots of Fire here in San Diego to do a bunch of the work. They turn out, awesome hot rods. JBA, which I found out when we were there the other day, stands for Just Badass Cars, which is pretty awesome.
Awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on Instagram. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Sorry about the technical issues. We're gonna blame Joe on that one.
Hey, did you know that camera's super zoomed in on your face right now?
I love it.
It's pretty cool though. It's a good effect. You have great.
It's very
you have great skin, by the way.
It's very, what is that, Home Improvement, where the guy pokes his head over the
you
fence
only
and all you see
like
is the nose?
Part of his face.
It's very sneaky.
It was like the opposite. That one's
so
yours.
we're live on all of them now, right?
Yeah, we're
live everywhere. What's up, Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're doing a little Friday beers.
Little tailgate session.
Little tailgate on Blue, the new shop truck. If you didn't see the video, we released the first half of it this week. And this is gonna be our little project. We're also here to talk about the next sweepstakes, RM10, which is the 71 supercharged Chevelle to our left, and RM9, some updates that we have for the Ronald Geer, who won the 69 Charger to our right. And yeah, we're here to answer any questions that you have and have a beer and enjoy some RestoMods conversation.
Yeah, just kind of in the keeping with what everybody's going through right now, which is obviously COVID-19. We're doing a little virtual tailgate with you guys. And by the way, whoever's in charge of it, we need some more beers.
It's time.
Joe.
It's time.
Joe, can you grab us some more? And we're here with our RestoMods koozies, which we were just talking about with the Instagram folks. And for everybody on Facebook and what are we on over there? YouTube?
The Tube.
These are our Resto koozies. You can get 2 of these for $10 and get 10 entries to win RM10, the supercharged 71 Chevelle. Did you say that's the fastest car you've ever driven?
It's the fastest car I've ever driven.
It's pretty fast.
I've been in a few fast cars.
It's faster than the Cobra?
I'd
not sure.
I'd love to race them. I'd love to race them together, but I think that one's faster. I don't know. We could probably get Otto. Otto would be down to do a little drag race.
Yeah, I'm sure actually the chances of Otto actually listening right now are pretty good. Otto, if you're out there, we might have to get these together and see if we can put a little drag race together.
That would be number 2 though, I think.
Little time race.
Cobra was nasty.
What was Otto's last name?
What?
What was Otto's last name?
Stifle.
He's Otto PS something on Instagram.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but he might be out there if he's commenting.
He's out there.
Otto, if you're out there, come shout out, say what's up.
Let's race.
All right, boys. Since we, sorry everyone who is listening in and didn't have any audio, but can we talk a little bit about the shop truck? What you're sitting on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our shop truck. We started calling it Blue, just for fans of the old school movie. You're my boy, Blue. But yeah, we found this thing. We were looking around for a shop truck, something that we could use to haul stuff around, tow trailers with, of course do burnouts in, and also just kind of work on and have something to tinker on in the shop. So we cruised around and looked at a bunch. If you saw the video we put out last week, we kind of described the process of looking for the truck. We found this one on Bring a Trailer. If you don't know about Bring a Trailer, after this video, go and look at Bring a Trailer because it's one of my favorite things. I actually get the email every morning. It's one of my favorite emails to open every day and just look at what's out there, which is how we saw this one. And we purchased it off Bring a Trailer last week, and it was just delivered a few days ago. And we shot videos about it, and then...
One thing that I thought was fun about doing that was like, we didn't even know what we wanted.
Yeah.
We were looking for like a truck, square body truck, F100, C10, GMC, and we looked at a few. We looked at, what was that, Rusty, the bucket. RV.
There was a couple different buckets.
C10
there was one with
RV.
the camper.
Yeah, the camper.
The guy wanted 130,000.
Camper was my
like
jam, but unfortunately I lost out, and we ended up with this GMC 1500. I won't give away too much, but it's.
I mean, we can talk about it because people can find it right now on Bring a Trailer. I mean, it's out there for everybody to see. This is a 1969 C1500 GMC, which is basically the same thing as a C10, just with different badging. This particular one is a Stepside. It originally had an inline 6. I decoded the VIN or whatever on the website, and it originally had an inline 6. Now it has a 6-liter Vortec V8. That's GM small block out of an 06 Yukon. So it's a truck motor.
Kept with the GMC also, which is nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, GMC to GMC, and I've owned a few GMCs, and I'm a big fan of this motor. And if you go and find the video, this thing sounds insane.
It's a true resto mod for sure.
Oh yeah, it's for sure resto mod.
Fuel injected, 6-liter engine.
Dakota Digital gauges.
The outside looks like a rusty old shop truck. It's not rusty.
They call that patina.
Patina.
It's patina.
But on the inside, everything that you're experiencing when you're driving the thing, digital gauges. It's got a full stereo system, 6-speaker stereo system.
Yeah, they put 6 speakers in. They dynamated the whole cab.
It's sneaky.
They put a lot of work into it, kind of in sneaky ways, like you're saying.
I like this too.
Yeah, they redid the whole bed.
Real nice wood in the back.
Oak back here. I'm an oak man myself.
But yeah, it'll be fun to play with. And
oh yeah, this is the. Can you see this?
Oh.
This is the. They remounted the gas tank. Usually the gas tanks for these are like the slim ones right behind the seat right there. They put a new gas tank in, much bigger, and this is actually how you fill it up right here. They cut out this little cutout and put a hinge in and stuff, so pretty cool. It's got a bunch of those little cool touches. Somebody definitely gave this truck some love and some work, so we're gonna continue doing that.
It hauls ass.
It does. It does. Right now it's a little one-wheel wonder. I think one of the things that's definitely on the list is a new rear end.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff on the list, but we want to hear what you guys think we should do with it. So we're putting out a video. When are we putting out that video?
Wednesday.
We're putting out a video where we kind of walk around and show everything in the truck, and then we'll be asking for your feedback, what you guys think we should do with it.
Do some burnies.
Do some burnouts for sure.
So got a couple comments and things to mention. Jordan Dreamin just got his hoodie in his mail from Colorado Springs.
Nice.
Shout out to Jordan.
Shout out to Colorado Springs. We bought the, was it the 65 Mustang?
Was it called? Oh yeah, that was Colorado
That came from Colorado Springs, I think. Shout out to the people whose names I'm forgetting who built that car out in Colorado Springs.
That was the black and gold one. That was
black and gold.
If you guys are watching on Facebook right now, we're doing a lot more content on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you follow us on all the platforms. We're trying to build our YouTube channel up just to get more episodic content, things that you guys can watch, especially during the downtime. So next week is going to be a big content week. If you haven't subscribed yet, go to youtube.com/RestoMods and hit that bell icon. You're going to get a notification. We're going to be launching things on there first, and
it is
then
a little bit like Howard's
going over to Facebook.
Does that make him Robin?
I think so, yeah.
That's it.
Or Beetlejuice.
Or Beetlejuice. Could be.
Sorry, I was mentioning that I feel like this is like.
I can hear you. You're mic'd up.
Oh, can you? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so yeah.
So when he's whispering, that's not super incognito.
I'm not sneaky.
No,
the camera was on you, so I thought.
Yeah. And with these, I could hear.
Oh,
everything.
you can hear that I called you Beetlejuice?
When you went to the bathroom earlier, it was disgusting. Disgusting.
That was disgusting.
It's number 1. Come on.
Okay. Do we have more questions or feedback, or do you want to? Actually, a great thing to talk about right now, RM9. So hopefully you guys all followed along. I know a lot of people were super excited about the 69 Charger. The interest that we saw for this car was unreal. Mopar fans out there, you guys are fanatical, which is great in the best way. And I love this car. I've never actually driven one of these before this, and it was just an awesome experience. It's a beautiful machine. I think it's just looks-wise, to me, that's like the most beautiful, most iconic muscle car. The 68, 69 Charger.
People reacted like that too.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of feedback on that car that, I mean, people had never seen one like this, or like Ronald, he had one, but it was not anywhere near.
Well, it's a lot of work that goes into these, and I get where Ronald's coming from. Like life just kind of takes over. You don't have time to sit around and build one of these things, and so.
I agree with all of them though. It's beautiful.
I agree 100% with all of them. So we want to give you an update on that. We've been in contact, obviously, with Ronald, and we gave him an option. Basically, we said, hey, we can put this thing on a trailer and ship it to you. But what we typically do, you guys know, what we typically do with winners is we'll fly them here to San Diego, put them up in a beautiful hotel for a couple nights. Yeah.
Sorry.
Put them up in a beautiful hotel for a couple nights and give them their prize just to play with for a couple days and enjoy San Diego. Obviously, with what's going on right now, that's a little tough. Travel's tough. And so I said, what would you like to do? Do you want us to ship you the car and ship you the title? Or do you want to wait and bring it out here? Hey, Joe, can you check the front door? Yeah. Awesome. And so we gave him the option between those two things, and he said he wanted to wait. So we'll probably do another live or a video. Chris, I'm not sure what we're going to do, where we'll do a video call with Ronald and just kind of get to know him a little bit better, talk about his projects, and try to get something of a schedule together to get him out here.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as doing a live, for everyone who's watching right now, what do you guys think? Do you like the live format? Do you like it when we edit it and put it together a little bit more? Leave a comment below and let us know. We're trying to grow this brand as big as possible and make car fanatics and enthusiasts everywhere get really excited about RestoMods. That's our dream. That's our mission. So giving a car away is just the tip of the iceberg. So let us know.
Is that our lunch?
It's our lunch.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lunchtime.
Oh, we gotta cut.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
One question that we want to talk about this with coronavirus and everything that's happening right now. There's we've seen a little bit of an influx of people posting their RestoMods, thinking that the bottom's going to drop out. I'd love your guys' take on, where's that going? What should someone hold on to their RestoMod? Should they just work on it themselves? What do you guys think is going to happen in this?
I think what we're seeing right now is just kind of the realities of people's lives, and obviously that situation is going to differ, from individual to individual. And I think what we're seeing right now is maybe, somebody who's unfortunately lost their job and has to sell a car that they didn't really want to sell. And so we've seen, more inventory and prices coming down right now. But I think, if you're a collector and you're in a place where you can acquire more stuff, I think now's a great time to buy. Because, as we all know, the government is printing money like crazy right now. And I think an inevitable conclusion to that is going to be inflation. And so to combat inflation, you want your money in hard assets. And what's harder than this?
That shit is hard.
So, I think there's going to be a couple different, obviously this is unlike anything I've seen in my entire lifetime, and I don't know if anybody else has seen anything like this, but who knows what's really going to happen. But right now what we're seeing is a lot more inventory, and we've seen prices come down a little bit. Now that being said, I did see a rare 2006 Ford GT go on Bring a Trailer for $280,000 this week.
The Ford GT, the old school one.
The 06, well, not
the
the old school, the 06.
The V8 though?
Because there's the original ones, then there was 06, those are the V8s,
Yeah.
and then they did the new ones, I think like
the
2
06
years
is
ago.
my jam. So
yeah.
the GT40, and then there's the, the 06, 04, whenever those were.
And those have just skyrocketed up in value, and so that's a really hot vertical right now, and probably not the best snapshot into what's really going on in the whole market, because that's obviously a pretty rare car and pretty expensive and out of most people's price range, including mine.
So on that same thing, I was reading an article from Hemmings, I believe, and they have a bunch of stats. Historically they sell cars, so there's differences in how people react to economies, and they were talking about a few of the things that they have noticed historically that has had a huge impact on car sales and value, and those were like unemployment, the price of oil, the housing market, and there was one other one that
the price of gas is always going to impact these things. You see like when gas shot up, I think it was back in 2014 or something like that, everyone was like, selling their big Suburbans,
buying a 454,
stuff like that, and all that stuff I think is more knee-jerk reaction, but
100%.
It's definitely a factor.
And we look a lot, I feel like.
We're always looking.
We're always looking. I feel like right now, if you're in the market to buy something like this, it's the best time you could possibly buy.
I agree.
Unsure, a lot of people are unsure. A lot of people have weird situations with jobs. They need money, so I feel like we just bought this last week.
Yep.
Kind of in the midst of all this Corona stuff. And this car's got a lot of money into it for sure.
Yeah, I've got a book of receipts, not quite as big as the receipts from the Chevelle.
Chevelle? No, not
which, if
quite.
you haven't seen the bill sheet video where Mike holds up the folder of receipts.
Thick.
Yeah, and he had a
Real
really good
thick.
line about it. It was good. But we got a little book of receipts for this one, and there's a lot of money into this truck, and I think we got pretty good value out of it, and hopefully, somebody got good cash that they needed at the time.
It's a buyer's
I think
market.
it's definitely a buyer's market right now.
for sure.
And if anybody has a car that you want to sell, reach out to us.
Yes.
Contact at restomods.com. We're always buying things. If you want to post something, you can post it on restomods.com. Post to classified. If you're a member, of course, those classifieds are free. If you're not a member, they're $25, but well worth it. We've sold a ton of cars through there, and we'll continue to do that.
I do want to comment, though, on the long term, though. if you have a car and you're kind of thinking, is this the time to sell it because the world is ending and things are never going to be the same? I would say do not sell it. You know, I mean, in times of crisis, people do crazy stuff. Sometimes it's selling your one-off car that, you know, you'll never find again. So if you have something and you don't need the money right now, I wouldn't say it's the time to panic and buy it and just liquidate everything you have. But in the flip side, if you have some money and you're looking for something, it's a great time to buy. So.
Yeah, and also, there's not a lot of avenues right now. What was that?
Sorry, your dad is commenting on the YouTube channel.
Is he talking trash?
Yeah, he said you look like a pansy up there. And
Thanks.
no, he didn't say that. He said the Chevelle is the fastest car he's ever been in.
Okay, there you go. It's the fastest car I've ever driven. So.
Wow.
I showed him a decent amount of what it can do too.
Didn't we shoot that?
We did.
Are we doing the Father's Day release for that video?
Yeah, I think closer to June we'll release the drive along. Right?
You want to see my father crap his pants on live?
Right here on YouTube?
I think his quote was, I've never really worried about your driving even when you were 16, but after riding with you in this, I think I've created a monster. I'm pretty sure that was his quote. It was something like that. So, yeah, that'll come out soon.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is there's a lot less avenues right now to sell cars. So, for example, there's no Mecum auctions. There's no Russo Steel auctions. There's no Barrett-Jackson auctions.
That's a great point.
There's no people meeting in person to buy and sell cars. So I feel like a lot of that stuff's going to move online, at least for the short term. Hopefully, because that's what we all love to do, all that stuff will be back, and we'll be back at Good Guys. We'll be back at Mecum. We'll be back at Barrett-Jackson, buying and selling cars and talking story and having a good time before you know it. But for right now, none of that stuff is happening. So anybody who was planning on selling their car that way or thinking about selling their car that way, now that's kind of not an option. So we're seeing a lot more stuff on eBay and online places and all the different spots we look for cars. We're definitely seeing an uptick in ads on RestoMods. So if you want to look at stuff for sale, great spot is to go to restomods.com, just click for sale. You'll go right to the classifieds and see tons of really badass hot rods that are for sale.
Got a question in here about the color choice of the wheels and the all blacked out look. When we were looking for this car, what made you guys want to pull the trigger on that? Got a comment that some people like it. We've got a couple comments before that they don't like the rims. Maybe
relevance of the wheels?
Yeah, the relevance of the wheels.
I love those wheels.
Well, yeah, let's let Mike take this one away because he actually picked out this car. He's the one who found this car.
So I did go to Arizona and I was the first one to see this car. I feel like the all black look is pretty common. I also have seen a lot of, well, even especially since we got this, you know, there's still a few out there that are similar looking.
There's one that's almost exactly the same as this that our buddy Josh from Victory Lap is selling up in Sacramento. And we actually get, how many comments a day do we get about that, Joe?
10.
Hey, why is this on Craigslist? It's not.
This exact car is on Craigslist.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's different.
Without casting any aspersions on your car guy-ness and inability to tell the difference between two cars, they're different cars. But it's very similar. I mean, there's a lot of cars out there with this look.
Lots of the look is super popular, all blacked out with like that matte wheel look, and the bronze is definitely one of the more popular of the looks.
You went crazy over these wheels. I
love
remember
those
when you were
wheels.
looking at them.
Those are Forge Line 3-piece wheels. I like you know. Okay, so my first cars, rims and stereo. All right, that was like my coming into
Mike's from Northern California, guys.
My first car ever was a Super Sport Impala 2014, and my main concerns were wheels and stereo. The wheels on this thing are very expensive. They're super nice. They're 3-piece. They're very light.
They're racing wheels, right?
They're racing wheels. They're big. They look. I mean,
what makes a wheel a racing wheel?
The weight.
The weight.
And
the weight distribution.
The
though,
distribution of the weight on the wheel. So most of the weight is on the center, which when something's spinning, the center is where you want it. You don't want it on the outside.
Something about centrifugal force. Centrifugal
force.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Fact check.
It is centrifugal.
Fake news.
Centripetal. But yeah, those are really nice wheels. They're very expensive. They're super light.
How expensive?
They're like $6,000 for the
$6,000 for wheels.
For those wheels, yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the Kragers.
You know, to each their own, I guess. But these are badass. If you win, you can put Kragers on there if you'd like. You can put whatever you want in there. Sell those wheels though because they're very expensive. Nice. But yeah, I mean, just as far as the wheels go, like. It's a badass 71 Chevelle. You can put any wheels on that thing and it's still going to be
I think it looks amazing. And it was clearly somebody's vision to kind of put that whole thing together with the blacked out bumpers, the smoked glass, the
serious
wheels.
RestoMod look.
It's this very serious RestoMod look. And the guy who built this car actually took it, speaking of good guys, took it on the good guys, what does he call it, the rod run?
National Rod Run or something.
Let me go
like
look at the
that.
sticker.
Yeah, check the sticker on the front.
Let me go look at the sticker.
But I
You got
wanna
a
see.
sticker for this thing.
So he took the car on it was like a cruise, like a Good Guys sponsored cruise.
It's the road tour, Michigan to Texas. They went from Detroit to Texas.
Detroit to Texas in this Chevelle. So it's reliable, it's comfortable, it's got AC, it's got stereo, it's
well,
got
you-
adjustable seats.
Didn't you drive it from Arizona?
I did. I drove it 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun. It was comfortable. I mean,
Had a lot of fun.
had a lot of fun.
He'll never tell us the
yeah.
secret for that
There was
one.
no cameras involved there, so.
Yeah, I remember when you pulled up from that drive, you were looking tired.
I was tired. It was fun though. I mean, if you're gonna do a 5-hour drive, 71 supercharge isn't a bad way to go.
Especially going to pick something like that up. One thing I like about that car that I didn't think I'd like is the Sparco steering wheel. It's got this suede Sparco racing steering wheel, and I was like, we'll talk to our friends over at Forever Sharp, which, side note, Blue actually came with a Forever Sharp steering wheel.
I love those wheels.
So shout out to those guys. We put their wheels on a bunch of stuff, including RM9.
Yeah.
And so I actually really like that one, the suede steering wheel. That one grew on me.
It's different. It's cushy. It's nice to grip. It reminds me of like the little the go-kart or like the F1 like racing wheels. Very like soft and suede and very aggressive.
Yeah.
It wants to go fast.
Yeah, it
Mike,
definitely wants to
we
go
get
fast.
this comment a lot from Mike Rover. So new tires when I win, right? From all the
course.
burnouts.
We're actually, I guess, should we tell them this?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't read your mind.
So we're actually going to buy a whole brand new set of tires that are going to go on right before we deliver the car because we are planning on
We're tempted really hard with that.
roasting
Yeah.
those tires right off of that car. So
It's
there might
hard not
actually
to
be
do.
2 new sets of tires that end up going on there. But regardless, the winner will receive the car with a brand
Fresh
new
tires.
set of shoes on there.
Yeah. We're gonna use those ones pretty good.
All right, guys, we gotta give this guy a pretty good roast because we just explained that the Chevelle that's in Sacramento is not the same car.
Different
as
car.
This one. And we got Pretty Ricky 1122 here saying
He must have just joined. Don't be hard on him, Joe. Don't be hard on him. Pretty Ricky?
Pretty Ricky 1122.
I love Pretty Ricky.
You love Pretty Ricky?
Have you heard Pretty Ricky?
No, what is this?
That's an artist. He's like an R&B artist.
Is that guy the R&B artist?
Does not appear to be.
Formerly known as Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky?
Anyways, Pretty Ricky, we just explained this, and I'm sorry that you cannot tell the difference between these 2 cars, but those are actually different cars. That car in Sacramento that's for sale is a friend of the shop.
That guy's a man, too.
Josh Anton. Yeah, he's a great dude. He owns a company called Victory Lap Classics up in Sacramento. We actually bought the 68.
Yeah.
What number was that, Joe?
That was RM7.
RM7, the Camaro
Yep.
that went to Felton Daniels
Yep.
in Philly, was actually one of Josh's cars. And so we're big fans of those guys and all the work that they do. They make great cars. And he's got a Chevelle that looks very similar
He's got
to
a
this
couple
one.
Chevelles, I think.
He has like 3 or
He's got
4
all
right now
kinds
that
of
are
stuff.
solid.
That
That
guy-
guy has more cars and more cool toys than most people that I know.
And for him on Instagram, Victory Lap Classics. Follow
look
them.
him up.
They got some cool stuff there for sure.
So you can actually find that Chevelle on Victory Lap Classics on their Instagram, and you can compare it to this one. And Pretty Ricky, let me know when you spot the differences,
It's
buddy.
different.
Pretty Ricky's not having it. He says hell no.
Well,
He's
I
feel
say
free. Hey,
hell
Pretty
yeah,
Ricky,
bro.
feel free to come by the shop anytime.
Block him. He's done.
No.
Any
He's
other
done.
questions?
You're dead to me, Pretty Ricky.
No, we love Pretty Ricky.
Dead
Come
to
by the
me.
shop and tell us that we're lying.
I mean, it's right here. Like the car's right there, so it's not the one on Craigslist. We're in San
Clearly
Diego.
not in San-
Prove that
Sacramento.
we're in San Diego, bro.
Yeah, different place.
All right,
right.
enough with Pretty Ricky's question.
All right.
I love Pretty Ricky.
you
man.
guys
you gotta
seem-
listen to some Pretty Ricky. It's so good.
we listening to R&B after this
It's great.
That's kind of
Slow Jam Sundays.
You seem to be
Friday.
on some pretty awesome floors right there. Could you do a little plug for one of our sponsors?
Oh, yeah. One of our sponsors, RaceDeck, actually gave us some floor. Do we have a camera to show these? There it is. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. There's this floor. So this right here is a floating plastic floor. Plastic? I feel like it's plastic. I don't know. It's a fancy
Rubber
garage
plastic?
floor made by a company called RaceDeck. This is like as premium as garage flooring gets. So if you're going to have a kind of showroom slash garage where you want to store, work on, showcase your cars, this is the stuff right here. So what we had in this space before was just straight concrete. RaceDeck delivered a pallet of this flooring, and we've got a great video coming out.
Tuesday or Friday? Friday is the install.
Tuesday or Friday.
Tuesday or Friday.
By Friday next week, there'll be a video out kind of describing the floor, how it all works, how it goes together, and how easy it is to install and get a really good, easy-ish.
Easy-ish. No,
Easy-ish
it's
to
super
install.
easy. It's super
It's
easy.
actually really easy.
Yeah.
And it looks great, and it's durable, cleans up really nice. You can drip oil, antifreeze, whatever you need to on this floor, and it cleans up right away. And then we're actually gonna drop a lift in right over here, and so we figured out how to do cutouts to mount the lift poles and everything like that. Super easy to work with. It's designed for a garage. Can't say enough about the RaceDeck floors.
It takes your garage from like a garage to a showroom. I mean, it's a big upgrade, especially in a space this big. It definitely looks, I mean, it looks 10 times better for sure. So if you have a normal garage that you're looking to just spruce up and like take it to the next level, RaceDeck is the way to go for sure.
All right, we gotta wrap this thing up.
We're wrapping this thing up. Do we have any more questions?
Do we have any more questions from anyone?
We typically get the normal questions. How do I win? When do I win? Am I entered to win?
Okay, so Neil Parrish says, so can anyone tell me if there's any other mods to the engine besides the supercharger and the header? It sounds like a small cam in the audio and the videos doesn't give the full effect of the sound. Well, yeah, it definitely doesn't give the full effect of the sound.
Well, it's hard to mic that thing up because it's so loud, right? I don't know. I don't know much about that. But.
Yeah, that, and I'd say just watch the build sheet video. The build sheet video goes through every single element, or 90%
So yes,
of it.
it is cammed though. It's cammed. It's got headers. It's got exhaust. It's got
It's
a
fast.
supercharger. It's got a Nick Williams throttle body. It's got upgraded fuel pump. It's got an LSX Concepts pulley. I mean, it's got like
How many more things?
the
can you
list
say?
of things that we had, the book of things. I mean, it's probably $50,000 in upgraded parts.
Yeah.
And that's not including any of the actual cost of putting the stuff in there. I mean, this thing has a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff.
And I mean, just the way that it's all put together, there was so much attention to detail in that build that you can just feel. When you get into the car, everything is just well put together and it's ready to drive. I mean, we get a lot of things, you know, feedback from people at RestoMods where, oh, you're beating it up or you're doing whatever. Look, we buy and we build these cars to drive. These are driver cars. These are not trailer queens. These are not show cars, although you can take them to shows and win a ton of awards.
For sure.
That's not what these are for. These are for driving. And you're gonna see shots of us driving these cars, doing burnouts, having fun, doing what these cars were built to do.
And we hope that you do the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we're giving them to you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. You could always catch us. We're going to try and do one of these every other Friday. So if you have any questions, jump in the live stream and let us know what's going down. Thanks for tuning in. You guys got any parting words? Stay
Double
safe.
entries.
Hey, stay safe out
Double
there, America.
entries weekend.
Oh, double
Don't
entries.
forget
We didn't even
that.
talk about double
We didn't
entries.
talk about
Double entries. So if you join the RestoMods Car Club right now,
Hold on. What?
Just talk us through. Somebody at Trey on here asked, how do I sign up? How do I win? And what's double entries?
boom. So double entries right now. Anything that you purchase from our store at restomods.com is going to get you 2 entries for every $1 you spend. So shirts, hats, sweatshirts. We have car care products. We have auto parts. We have keychains. We have wash mitts. We have all kinds of stuff.
We have
anything.
intake manifolds. We
do.
have brakes. We have
shifters,
Oil.
we
We have
have-
oil filters. We have everything. Like stuff you're gonna buy anyways. You can buy it from us. And right now, you're not only gonna get entries to win, you're gonna get double entries. So you get 2 entries for every $1 spent right now. If you sign up and you decide to go with the membership, double entries. Any way that you decide to enter the sweepstakes during the double entry periods, you're gonna get double entries. And double entries end Monday. Joe's not here, so I can't yell at him.
Monday at midnight Eastern time, baby.
Monday at midnight Eastern time. And for those of you guys that are following this or watching this video, you're clearly fans of RestoMods. So if you are planning on entering these sweepstakes, it's always smart. When the sweepstakes is announced, go look at the rules. The double entries periods are clearly defined in the rules, and you can
only
find
2.
those spots. There's 2 double entry periods for every sweepstakes. You can find those spots and choose to enter then. And
this
that's the smartest time to enter.
It's the only time we do any specials on entries. It's the only time that you're gonna get more than 1 entry per every $1 or the 10 entries when you join. So take advantage of that. This weekend ends Monday at midnight Eastern time. Join the RestoMods Car Club, $8.95. You get 20 entries or any $1 that you spend in our shop on products, shirts, hats, all of those things we just talked about. 2 entries for every $1.
And the easiest way to do that, just go to restomods.com. If you want to shop and just pick up a sweatshirt or a hat or a t-shirt or a koozie or whatever, just click shop at the top of restomods.com. Go right there. Click on the product. It'll tell you right there, hey, this product is worth this many entries. And you just check out like you're normally shopping online. If you want to join the membership so you never miss out on any of our cars that we're giving away, we give away a car every 3 months. If you're a member, you get all the benefits of membership, which includes free car show tickets, free classifieds, all kinds of benefits that car lovers love. Plus you get 10 entries every month. And it's only $9 a month. So less than the cost of a couple beers at the bar. You can get entered to win these badass cars. But all that stuff is at restomods.com.
All right. Thanks for tuning, guys.
Cool.
We out?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Stay safe, America.